If Christ's work on the cross to save people from the wrath of God is sufficient, then that means there is nothing else needed for it to be effective. Nothing else. Nothing else. If there is something else needed, then the atonement in and of itself, the work of Christ in and of itself, is not enough. The work of Christ in and of itself is not sufficient. I have to do something to make it effective for me. I have to do something to make it effective for me, because it is insufficient. And I know that the people on the other side will run around in circles trying to explain it away, but in essence what they are saying is this: if I have to have faith, and this faith is something that is from myself, not from God, something that is from within me, if I have to have faith to make the atonement sufficient to save myself, or make the atonement effective to save myself, then that means Christ did not do enough to save me. Because if Christ did enough to save me, then that means there is nothing more that I need to add for me to be saved. But rather, since the atonement is sufficient and the atonement is the work of God, when God applies that atonement to his people who he accomplished the atonement for, those people are saved, then what does that mean? The atonement is sufficient to save those for whom it was intended to save.